Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday to you. This is Gail Dudley with your News in Motion. How are you today? How was your weekend? When you come in, just put in a thread how your weekend went so that we can celebrate you having a wonderful weekend. Good morning, Tracy. Good morning, Awanda. Good morning. So just go ahead and put in a thread and let us know how your weekend went for you. Good morning, Danielle. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning, Deborah Johnson. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to everyone. Good morning, Jacqueline. Good morning to you. Good morning, Lori Williams Wallace. Good morning. Good morning, Hester. How are you, girl? Good morning, Kimberly. Good morning to everybody. Good morning. Good morning, people. Good morning, Karen. How are you? Good morning. Good morning to everybody. Yay. Good morning, Yvonne. Your weekend was chill mode. That's good. Good morning, Jeffrey Allen James. Good morning, Brenda Randleman. Good morning. Good morning to everybody. Hey, what's up, Laverne? Good morning. Good morning, Pastor Antoinette. Good morning to you. Good morning, Stephanie Burbridge Hall. Good morning to you. And good morning to my biological brother, Louis Pryor III. Good morning, Adrian. Wow, y'all are up on a Monday morning. Good morning, Marion. Good morning. Weekend was great. Spent it with a friend from high school that you've known for over 36 years. All right now. Good morning, Deborah Sneed. Good morning to everybody. Wow, y'all. Good morning. Good morning. Your weekend was quiet. Okay. Good morning, Kenny Stanley. What's up? Good morning, Kelly Lee. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Well, I had a chill weekend as well. My back is still bothering me. My neck is still bothering me. But life goes on. Good morning, Latrice Jones. Good morning. Good morning, Diane Ladybug. Good morning. Good morning, people. Good morning. Cleaned out a lot of things. So it was a purging weekend for you. Okay. All right. Well, y'all can continue to say good morning forever. But you know we have to get to the news. Good morning, Dana. Good morning, Mary Jenkins. Y'all know we have to get to the news, so let's get started. Before I do, we are trying to make some adjustments to our page so that we won't have a bot or a troll like we did on Friday. Let me apologize for the troll. Y'all know that's out of I can't do anything about it. Good morning, Kim Edmondson. I can't do much about it, but what you all did was fine. If you see a bot or a troll, just go ahead and report them. Please know this. Unless I ask you all to post your blog or product or your website, I would never ask anybody to post anything like that, which y'all all knew that, so that's why y'all started reporting the person. So we did try to make some adjustments. We don't know if it's going to work or not because hackers and trolls, they find a way because it's a public page. So they'll find a way to do what they do. Good morning, Davia. But seriously, y'all, just do what y'all did on Friday. Again, thank you for everyone who recognized the person or the troll, whatever, and reported them. We're going to update our administration. Latrice has already reached out to say, you know, she would work that side of it. So Latrice, we are going to make you an administrator so that you could go in and get those people while we are live, if that's at all possible. So yeah, we're working on that. So again, thank you for everyone who reported. And of course, we got an email saying that they were working on it. So we'll see what happens with that. But again, thank you everyone for your diligence and for knowing that we would have never posted anything like that. All right, y'all. So here's y'all's weekend recap. The aftermath. This is the aftermath. And this is NBC News reporting Texas. They're still in a state of recovery mode after last week's storms. They left more than 30 people dead. So let's pray for those families. And an estimated 10 million people still do not have access to drinkable water. That's happening. And thousands are still without power. And then on top of all of that, we see that some are being charged thousands of dollars for basics such as heat. So on Saturday, President Joe Biden approved major disaster declaration for dozens of Texas counties, and it has opened up federal dollars that can be used towards home repair, temporary housing, and property losses. So let's just continue to pray for them. People are still sending water. Now, if you all go to any charitable site, make sure the money goes to actual products and not to operations. And you can look at their annual report. So see, y'all, this is just a lesson for everyone. When you give, look and see what they are doing. If they're giving all of their money to operations, that means the people are not getting the money. And normally in a 501c3 or 501c4, you can see the charts of all of that information to get that out there. So know who it is you're giving to and make sure that they are a reputable source before you give it to them. All right, y'all, politics in motion. The New York Times is reporting that this week the Senate will hold confirmation hearings for Judge Merrick Garland. Y'all remember him, right? If confirmed, Judge Garland will become the Attorney General for the United States of America. I'm actually rooting for him, okay? Y'all, it runs deep. Good morning, Kim Kills. Good morning, Shirley. It runs deep, y'all. The New York Times reporting that an ally of the former occupant and former head of security contractor Blackwater validated arms embargo by sending weapons to the militia commander in Libya based upon a UN report. His name is Eric Prince. The report was delivered by investigators to the Security Council. So we had someone who was a close ally of the former occupant. They sent weapons to militia commander in Libya. Who does that? Say, what? Why are we doing that? Hello, somebody. And then here's the quote, y'all. Here's the quote that happened on Saturday. Some people who thought that they were going down. The quote says, "I thought we were going down." Yeah, there was a complete failure to the right engine of a United Airlines Boeing 777. And this occurred shortly after takeoff. So that is happening, y'all. So the FAA has ordered United to inspect all Boeing 777 after the emergency landing in Denver. The U.S. Federal Aviation Regulators ordered United Airlines to step up inspections of all Boeing 777s equipped with the type of engine that suffered complete failure over Denver. Y'all, pieces and debris and casings from the engine rained down upon suburban neighborhoods for over a mile radius. United says it is temporarily removing the aircraft from services. Boeing has recommended the aircraft with the engines be grounded pending a decision on inspections. The announcement came after United Airlines Flight 328 had to make an emergency landing at Denver International Airport. They were headed to Honolulu, but made an emergency landing. The right engine blew apart right after takeoff. So that's going on with airplanes. Good morning, Stephanie. Y'all coming back in. Let's see what's happening here. Australian Open, we have Novak Djokovic. Novak Djokovic won the Australian Open. This makes his 9th title in the tournament. Good morning, Roseanne. And then Naomi Osaka won. She is the first woman to win each of her first 4 Grand Slams final in more than 30 years. All right, y'all, from the Royal Palace. So let me put on my Royal Palace piece right here. And this is a direct quote from from Buckingham Palace. So listen. So I got to read this. This is the quote. "The Duke and Duchess of Sussex have confirmed to Her Majesty the Queen that they will not be returning as working members of the royal family. Following the conversation with the Duke, the Queen has written confirming that in stepping aside from the work of the royal family, it is not possible to continue with the responsibilities and duties that come with a life of public service. The honorary military appointments and the royal patrons held by the Duke and Duchess will therefore be returned to Her Majesty the Queen before being redistributed among working members of the royal family. While we are all saddened with their decision, the Duke and Duchess remain much loved members of the family." And that was the release that came from Buckingham Palace. And I was shocked when I opened up my inbox and saw that News in Motion has moved up to where we get alerts from Buckingham Palace. Then there was a note to the editor, so I'll read that as well. It says, "Following the Duke and Duchess of Sussex decision to to step aside last year as working members of the royal family, a 12-month review was agreed upon. A decision has now been made after conversation between the Duke of Sussex and the members of the royal family. The military, Commonwealth, and charitable associations which will revert to the Queen are as follows: the Royal Marines, the RFA Huntington, the Royal Navy Small Ships and Diving, the Queen's Commonwealth Trust, the Rugby Football Union, the Rugby Football League, the Royal National Theatre, and the Association of the Commonwealth Universities. Those now have all been returned back to Her Majesty, the Queen. So there you go. So they're like, no, we ain't coming back. We living life in the fast lane. We in California. Got my second child coming. I don't need y'all anymore. We take the Commonwealth Trust. Daddy's still gonna give me money. I'm still gonna make money. Do y'all see how many Netflix gigs we got going on? Keep it. If I have to have life without the stress, then you keep it. See, what happened was they saw The Crown, the last series, and they said, oh, no, we ain't doing this. No, we moving on. So they said, no, we ain't coming back. Y'all can have it. So, y'all, that was my news from the Royal Palace. And then if anyone is interested, Kim Kardashian has filed for a divorce from Kanye West after 7 years of marriage, and they have 4 children. So far, no one's contesting the divorce. They've already moved out. They've been separated for a while now. They're going to have partnership, co-parenting partnership, and co-parenting other things, and I don't know. But if y'all are interested, that happened. All right, y'all, the coronavirus numbers in the U.S. Remember, I go to the World Health Organization. I see my numbers are still far apart from the CDC. But the confirmed cases are 28,706,473. Again, that's 28,706,473. Deaths, we have 509,874. These are the numbers I've grabbed directly from the World Health Organization. The deaths, again, are 509,875. Recovered, 18,899,272. Again, 18,899,272. And we, of course, celebrate that recovery. Y'all, the U.S. pandemic death toll is higher than any other country. More Americans have died from COVID-19 than on the battlefield of World War I, World War II, and the Vietnam War combined. Let me just pause so y'all can take that in. Y'all, more Americans have died from COVID-19 than on the battlefields of World War I, World War II, and the Vietnam War, combined. And that is reported by Remy Tooman and Jeremiah Bogart of the New York Times. And so the AP puts it this way, and this was reported by John Rigby. 500,000 people lost to COVID-19 is roughly the population of Kansas City, Missouri, and nearly the size of Atlanta, Georgia. I'll read that again. Again, this comes from John Rigby, reports from the AP, the Associated Press. 500,000 people lost to COVID-19 in the U.S. is roughly the population of Kansas City, Missouri, and nearly the size of Atlanta, Georgia. Let that sink in. I'll just pause so y'all can understand these numbers. And although the numbers are down from the 250,000 daily confirmed cases, they're down about to 70,000, 64,000, somewhere around in there. But y'all, they say it's still deadly. It's still a challenge. Hospitals are still being challenges. Frontline workers are still facing challenges. Dr. Fauci says, it's nothing like we have, this is a direct quote from Dr. Fauci, it's nothing like we have ever been through in the last 102 years, since the 1918 influenza pandemic. I'll read that again. It's nothing like we've ever been through in the last 102 years since the 1918 influenza pandemic. Y'all, and then this is what's happening. This is what's happening in Israel. And I see y'all coming in and out. What's happening today? The green badge, y'all, powered by the fastest vaccination campaign in the world, Israel's cabinet voted this week to open shopping malls and museums to the public. Gyms, sporting events, hotels, and swimming pools can also reopen, but only for those who will present their green badge. Yeah, they got to show a green badge before they can do anything. A green badge is a QR code that citizens can present to show they've been vaccinated or covered by COVID-19. The badge gives them access to restaurants, events, and other leisure activities. The government has stopped short of making vaccines mandatory in Israel, but hopes the green badge system will give an incentive throughout other households to join the 2.6 million Israelis, who have already received 2 doses. So basically, if you don't have this QR code, y'all, it's no, now let me clear this up. No, you're not getting shot something in your arm or in your finger or in your wrist. You have a badge. You have a green QR code. You show that QR code just like a passport. They scan it. They see that you have your 2 shots. You can go about your business, about your day. Anyone who does not have that green badge, you stay in your house. You stay at home. You don't get the freedoms that other people will receive. All right, y'all, get this news. Get this news. This news came to me from a friend of mine. I'm calling it Family Matters. Family Matters. Y'all, this is Bloomberg is reporting. I am going to give y'all the direct quote, so just bear with me. Beverly Schottensteins, and I live in Columbus, so I live in Central Ohio. So y'all know Schottensteins in Ohio, Schottenstein's family. Well, the Beverly Schottenstein, 93 years old, when she decided to go to war with the biggest bank in the U.S., Beverly Schottenstein said 2 grandsons who managed her money with J.P. Morgan Chase forged documents, ran up commissions with inappropriate trading, and made her miss tens of millions of dollars of gain. She decided to teach them all a lesson, and she won. Yeah, she took her grandsons to court along with the biggest bank, the largest bank in the USA. Beverly Schottenstein studied an independent review of her account as family and lawyers gathered around the table to listen by phone. The document confirmed her worst fear. Her 2 financial advisors at J.P. Morgan Chase & Company, who oversaw more than $80 million for her, had run up big commissions, putting her money in risky investments they weren't telling her about. So she won. She took them all to court, and she won. Yeah, she's now 94, and she let the family know, do it again. Do it again. I'm going to take you to court, too. So that's what happens. Family Matters. We're talking $80 million, people. $80 million. That's what's happening. All right, y'all, the racial gap in home ownership, we've been talking about that for a little while now. Axios is reporting that the home ownership rate for Black families is nearly 30% points lower than that for white families, according to new data analysis by the National Association of Realtors, which examined trends between racial groups from 2009 and 2019. Why it matters, the report comes as President Biden has signed an executive order on racial inequity, directing his administration to take steps towards eliminating racial biases and other forms of discrimination in all stages of home buying and renting. By the numbers, the home ownership rate for Black Americans is 42% compared to white Americans, Asian, and Hispanic Americans, whose homes rate are as follows: 69.8%, 60.7%, and 48.1% respectively. Just 43% of Black households can afford to buy typical homes, compared to 63% of white households, according to the study. I'm going to take that link of that article and post in News and Motion so y'all could read it. And we need to talk about this some more. Good morning, Cassandra. We need to talk about this some more. All right, y'all, for the win, for the win, for the win, for the win. Black ministers. For the win, Black ministers. Health officials in the nation's capital are hoping religious leaders will serve as community influencers to overcome what they say is a persistent vaccine reluctance in the Black community. Several Black ministers recently received their first vaccine shot. Black residents make up a little under half of Washington's population, but constitute nearly 3/4 of the virus death. All right, y'all, the city is now offering vaccinations to any resident over age 65, but numbers show that seniors in the poorest and blackest parts of the District of Columbia are lagging behind. The government now has since responded by giving priority status for vaccine registration to predominantly Black zip codes, regardless of your age. And that is from the Associated Press reporting. Khalil and Powell gave that report. All right, y'all. So the inspirational message for today, I know I gave y'all a whole lot. And I had so much more to give, but I know we only have a short time. We're trying to keep this under 30 minutes. So the inspirational message I have all starts with something that I did. And y'all know sometimes I use my situations to give a message because God speaks through me from that message. I won't tell you exactly what I did. I know y'all sitting there like, what did you do? I won't share that. But sometimes we just have to jump into the deep waters. Sometimes God will lead us to jump. So my inspirational message today is just jump. Because God can do anything he wants to do. He can do anything. Good morning, Demia. He can do anything and everything he wants to do. So I took a leap. I took a jump into the deep waters. And at the very last moment, before I was to submit this information, when I was sitting there looking at the send button on my computer, I asked myself this question. I said, am I crazy enough to believe that they will consider this? And when I sat there, was getting ready to pull the plug on the entire thing of what I have been spending 4 months dealing with, I almost pulled the plug. But then I heard a voice say, why not? If anything, at least you did it. Even if you never hear back from the people, at least you did it. For some of us, we're always wanting to win. Now, my Bible says we already are victorious, so we've already won. And man has no influence on you winning or not. But in the day-to-day activities that we participate in, we sit there wondering, should I do this? Well, if it was on your heart to do it in the first place, then there's something to it. Even if the response comes back no, you have gained the confidence and the assurance of knowing that you can take the jump. We should never be afraid to take the jump. What we do is we go ahead and start putting pieces together and we begin to practice what it is we are sharing with other people, and we take the jump. Now, I don't know what my answer is going to be, but this I know. I took the jump, and when I did, I celebrated the fact that I jumped. See, no more worrying about it. I won't hear anything back for a few weeks, but nothing to worry about. I did it. I did it. There's some of you who are listening to this News in Motion. You come on here almost every Monday through Friday, and there's something that you have been wanting to do, and you are doubting yourself. You are questioning yourself, and I'm here to tell you this morning, take the jump. Take the jump. If nothing more, you have updated your bio, you have updated your resume, you have updated your small business development plan, you have updated things that you can say, well, I at least tried to do this. You have updated your resume, you have updated what you can add to a conversation or to an interview or another subject matter. You've updated that. If nothing more, you have gained more confidence and you have gained more boldness to do the next thing that comes around. Just take the jump, people. Take the jump. Take the jump. I don't believe that God puts anything on us or puts anything in our mind or puts anything on our heart if he doesn't already have an answer to what's to come. If there's something that God has played, if there's something that keeps revisiting your mind over and over and over again, I do believe that's the Lord telling you, what are you waiting for? Take the jump. Take the jump. Take the jump. And I know we've said this scripture many a times, but God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of love, power, and of a sound mind. So what are you afraid of? Just do it. Just do it. I'll share this part with you so I can just, because some of you may be asking questions. I'll share this part with you. As I was putting things together over the last 4 months, the more I would learn something and put more things and made sure I put it into practice and shared it even here on News in Motion. I said, who do I think I am? And what I kept hearing back was God saying, you are a child of the Most High God. If they can do it, at least you can do is submit it. So take the jump. So y'all, what happens is a doubting voice will enter in. But it is your responsibility, it's your prerogative, it is your priority to block the noise out. And sometimes it's not other people speaking to us, it's our own voice speaking to us, doubting us. Here's the other thing, and I have to say this as well. I just shared with you, I've been dealing with this over the last 4 months. I never told you about that. Never, ever, ever told you about it. Never. Some things aren't for sharing. Some things are for you to deal with and deal with it on your own. Just you and God. See, we get into trouble when we talk too much and we share too much and we give a platform for other people to speak to us. And when we start sharing with them and we say, well, I don't really think I should do this. And they come back, well, if you don't feel you should do it, then you shouldn't do it. No, just zip it. Zip it. And let God order your steps. Hear me, ladies and gentlemen. Take the jump. Take the jump. Just do it. Take the jump. Take the jump. All right, y'all, that's all I have for you today. I am Gail Dudley with your News in Motion. Until next time, stay well and remember to make moves.